if you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country.
Why do you not know what's going on in Nigeria? And no, I'm not asking this randomly, and I'm not asking about what's growing or who's in government or in power. I'm asking, why do you not know about what is really going on in Nigeria? You know, the thing that Bill Maher spoke about last night, and the thing that Nigerian people and government councilmen have been calling out for years. Since 2009, hundreds and thousands of Christians have been murdered systematically by Boko Haram. Surprise, surprise, a radical Islamic organization. Islamic is intentional. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, people murdered, and you're not hearing about it. And I want to add on. I want to add on to this, okay? Because I tried to Google this. I tried to look it up. I tried to see on ChatGPT if they could tell me anything about what's going on. And I got nothing. Nada. I went on Google. I went on a bunch of different AI forms. Nothing. Couldn't find anything about it. And I found that interesting. Because after I watched this clip of Bill Maher, I thought to myself, maybe I should get educated on what's happening.
Nigeria, I mean, the fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar.
Right, no one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing. If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
Thank you. Thank you. Because no one will talk about it, so thank you.
Okay, so besides the fact that I tried to do research and couldn't find much about it, so we're not actually going to talk about the ins and outs of what's going on. You might be wondering to yourself, well, why does a girl in Israel care about what's going on in Nigeria? Well, first of all, I'll say that I don't particularly like genocides. I know, surprise, surprise. If you went online, you'd believe that I am responsible for so many other genocides. But no, actually, I don't like the idea of people systematically murdering other people. But more importantly, I think it's highly suspicious and problematic at a time where Jews are being called out for controlling the media, yada, 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 that somehow people have gotten away, and when I say people, I mean radical Islamists, have gotten away with taking out hundreds of thousands of Christians. And the Christians not only don't know about it, not only are they not up in arms about it, but are more focused on being angry at the Jews and at Israel for dragging out a war on Gaza. Now, again, Mira, you're such a Jew. You managed to bring everything back to Israel. It all does come back to this for a very specific reason. And no, not because I'm obsessed, but because this is the strategy. You see, if the Christians understood, and so many of you are Christians, right? If you all understood the threat of radical Islam, Israel would seem unbelievably irrelevant. Unbelievably irrelevant. You've got your facts, you've got your information, you know what's going on there. It's maybe war is uncomfortable for all of us, okay? But that's irrelevant. Hundreds of thousands of my people are being slaughtered in a country by this enemy that's trying to take over UK, taking over Europe, take over America, take over the Middle East, take over Africa, because Nigeria is in Africa. And I should be thinking about that. That should worry me. That this billions of people are affiliated with this religion that is very happy to go out there and slaughter my people, which means that when they come to my community, like what we're seeing in Dearborn, what you guys are experiencing in Dearborn is insane. You've got an Islamic state or country or whatever it is. You've got an Islamic place in America that they're taking over. That's where every Christian person would focus. And who would be the most, ideal partner in fighting this? Well, the people who've got thousands of years of experience in fighting Islam, and the people who are currently at the forefront of a seven-front war with these people, and the people who love the Christians. Great. That would be a great, 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 great connection. But they don't want that. They don't want you focused on the real enemy, because by distracting you, they can then come and systematically attack you. This is the entire strategy. Radical Islam has taken the left and the right and has managed to get them to hyper-focus on a conflict which makes you automatically think, oh, the Jews are bad, Islam's okay and good, despite the fact that what we're seeing going on in Afghanistan and with Boko Haram and in Gaza with Palestinians and in Europe and everywhere all stems from the same thing, this radical ideology. And the way that they have succeeded, ironically, in getting everybody to not notice the Christian genocide in Nigeria that you should all care about, and what's going on in Malaysia, and what's going on across the world, multiple conflicts that are actually genocidal. And guess what? Most of them all have the same root cause. And so they've realized if they could just get everybody to hyper-focus and take the all age old anti-Semitism that people just like and enjoy hating the Jews, then they won't notice everything else that's going on. And that's why you don't know about Nigeria. And that's why it's impossible to find, because they managed to manipulate even the AIs. Literally manipulate the AIs to be afraid of saying things that are politically incorrect. Ask your AI, go into ChatGPT and ask it to say something nasty about Islam. Ask it to say something nasty about the Jews and watch the difference. Because for me, it will never allow me to do anything negative about Islam. But when it comes to the Jews, it's very quick. It is very quick, and it's learning that from the internet and from the media and everything that it's pulling its sources from. It's not AI's fault. It's where it collects its data and information from. This is what is going on. They are keeping us not focused. I've lately been seeing online this thing where like, oh, look, the Jewish influence is starting to go for Islam. I'm like, yes, finally, the world is waking up. The thing that we all need to be focused on is not the Israel-Palestine conflict. It has never been about the Israel-Palestine conflict. It is a small, tiny example of what these people want to do. And that's why you don't know about Nigeria. That's why you're hardly educated on Boko Haram. That's why Afghanistan, where women are now literally not allowed to sit outside, not allowed to go to school, not allowed to be doctors, not allowed to do anything, world silent. Like literally just silent. It's because of a system to get you distracted and focus elsewhere. And if this makes you angry, it should. And you should direct your anger in the right place. And stop worrying really about how Israel is perceived, because we're up against something much, much bigger. The perception of Israel is nothing to do with the perception of Israel. It's to do with the fact that somehow they have managed to get everybody to not focus on the right things. I don't want them focused on Israel. I don't want you focused on Israel. I don't care. Let us just get the job done. It doesn't matter. Talk badly about us. Don't talk badly about us. There'll be ramifications. We will deal with it. We have survived worse. But this, the threat to everybody else, the enormity of the threat, that one needs to scare you. Hundreds of thousands being killed in Nigeria. Just look at this guy, this Nigerian dude. Look at what he has to say.
Were killed in Nigeria just in 1 year. And nobody's protesting. The activists are not saying anything. For me, that's hypocrisy. In the north of Nigeria, Christians are being killed daily because the Islamic militants don't want Christians to exist in the north of Nigeria. They want to see a world where there are no Christians at all. And they want to conquer not just Nigeria, they want to conquer Africa, they want to conquer Europe, and they want to conquer America. The younger generation who want to live in a better world must speak out today. And I'm calling on all advocates of a free world
to do just that. That's why none of us know about Nigeria, and that kind of breaks my heart. We should all know more about Nigeria, and less about the genocide happening in Gaza. Thank you for your attention to this matter, And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, support us. Do all the things that you need to do. There'll be a link in the comment section that if you go to will help this page in some way. I don't even know how, but it will help us grow. And we depend on you. As you know, we depend on you to get this message out, because boy, oh boy, do we need more people fighting. Boy, oh boy, do we need more people out there saying the truth and kind of trying to get the world to stop being focused on the wrong things and to really focus on the threat up against us, because it's enormous and it's scary. And I'm not trying to lower morale. I'm just trying to remind you that we need your voice. We need your voice now more than ever.